The unity seems intact on camera, but inside the split is widening as we report this. EU allies are slowly realizing the cost of war that is bleeding EU nations' individual coffers to keep Ukraine's fight alive. The paying allies are now openly calling out the EU's freeloaders. The language is diplomatic, but the reality is ugly. Here is what is happening. The European Union has approved a massive €90 billion loan package for Ukraine. 60 billion of that is meant for defense. But frontline states now warn the money risks becoming a political cover for countries that are not pulling their weight. As capitals celebrate the loan, those carrying the war burden say the support on the ground is uneven and unsustainable.
Yes, the reality is that Nordic countries and Baltic countries and Germany and Netherlands are leading this. But that doesn't mean that someone can say that now we have the loan and now we don't have to do anything. Everyone still has to do.
This is an extraordinary public admission from the EU's Eastern Front Line. Baltic and Nordic leaders are warning that the Ukraine war effort is being carried by a small group of states, and they are now openly demanding burden sharing inside the European Union. The message is blunt. Unity cannot mean that some countries pay while others hide behind Brussels funding.
Several countries, including Sweden and others, supported Ukraine asymmetrically. The Nordic countries, the Netherlands, and Germany. In the long run, this is not sustainable, but we must share more of the responsibility.
The loan itself is also being questioned for scale. Frontline states say the numbers look big in Brussels headlines, but small on the battlefield. Ukraine's war bill runs far beyond what Europe has committed. And some leaders warn that celebrating loans without real weapons, ammunition, and air defense only delays the reckoning.
Just remember that Ukraine needs to have each year around 120 billion, and we are not even close to that. So let's continue also with the bilateral help.
The frustration is not only about money, it is also about speed. Frontline states say Ukraine is fighting a real war while Europe moves through slow procedures and long approvals. They warn that delays cost lives and battlefield ground.
We do not have to go through long processes. Everything must be implemented without any impediments, quickly and effectively, because this is what Ukraine needs, which is at war today.
The EU's public message is unity, but the private language now tells a different story. Frontline states say they are paying the price of war, while others shelter behind loans and declarations. The €90 billion package was meant to show strength. Instead, it has exposed a fracture line inside Europe's Ukraine coalition.